Wait, set, 29, Alpha.
Here we go.
Topper.
SOS. Kill. Check 48's the mic. Check 43.
Brady now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going on the ground, it's White. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Brady. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Thomas, the 9-year vet. Of course, all those great seasons with Denver. 5 straight 1,000-yard campaigns in Denver. Dealt to Houston at the trade deadline last year and now trying to work his way back off an Achilles tear. And if healthy, he can certainly be a big asset for Tom Brady. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Wait, set, 53. 48 right now, let's go. Hey, check. Big dance.
On second down, they'll run with White. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Brady. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Hey, Charlie.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And Watson has it right side. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike,
Brady gives this to White. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now on fourth down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Set. 10-2 stop.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season.
132 fighter. Bravo.
On second down, it's Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, no, look up. Hey, let's go.
Throwing is Manning on third down. He uncorks it for Snead. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. First down, here's White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Wait, 10, 29, Alpha. Let's go. Hey, check it.
We got 3.
Exit.
We got 3.
Hey, hey.
Brady now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's get this. Seal this game, boy.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Hey, go 66.
On play action, now Brady. And a little floater there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A 58-yard attempt.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. No!
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's just me and you.
Come. 80 weapon. Hit it.
To throw again. Manning. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Yep.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 5.
In his own end zone, it's Manning. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Wait, 10. 53. Hey,
Time. 49. Check 49. Check
72.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Throwing now is Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Patrick Owasor drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
You're playing to win. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, yes.
Let's go, Mike 50.
Shotgun now for Manning. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Come on, boys, come on.
Tyler, 64, weak.
Mike's 50. No chance. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Hey, Delta.
Afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 36. Hey, watch it.
Snap comes at 1. Manning. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, wait, that. Alabama, 380.
Switch up. Watch.
Hey, check it.
On first down, it's White. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady, throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Patriot first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Sugar.
Now a play fake. Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Check, 48's the mark. Let's go.
Rim.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch.
Hey, 66. Shadow.
Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Eli Manning, of course, forever linked with his nemesis in this game on the other sideline, Tom Brady. And gosh, if it wasn't for Eli Manning, Tom Brady could have 8 Super Bowl rings, because the 2 times these two squared off in Super Bowl 42 and Super Bowl 46, Eli Manning getting the better of Brady both times, and both times was named Super Bowl MVP. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go, Mike 51.
Hey, Haywood. Ready.
Watch the slant.
Ready.
Now Manning. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
I'm coming for you. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike's 50.
From the gun on third down, Manning. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now Manning. Roberts got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Mike 50. Here we go, D. All day, D.
Go.
All day.
Looking to throw again on second down. Manning. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Look at me, zipper.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Check tight end. Check tight.
You're out.
Patch it.
Hit it.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Dietrich Wise in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on first down, Manning, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but now it'll be third down.
It's now third down and long.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. One final try now for Manning. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Go!
Motion! Hey, check Mike.
You draw Corker. Hey, orbit.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Crunch time, defense. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Finds Roberts left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back.
Ready?
Working from the gun, Manning. And he's got Snead. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 35.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey!
Hey, check. Mike.
Five.
Wild Bill.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Manning. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they've had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go, D. Here I
Hey, Zoo.
come again. Here I come again. Hey, check Mike 21.
Manning to throw once more. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Manning now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Manning. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Ingram looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go. 8, read.
Choose the mic. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Go.
Let's get off the field. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Lead dribble.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Check. No.
Leo. X3. 218, chopper. Shoot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Mike 29.
Get it.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Easy. I got you. Hey. High 7.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's White.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back now in Baltimore. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Brady now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, Charlie.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They go.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 13. Check 13.
Mike. Ready.
Manning now to throw. And that is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, third down here. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike.
Bravo.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Throwing is Manning on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10.
Greystone, travel. Yep.
Bang, bang.
Smith. Right up.
Shotgun now for Manning. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Down. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Shift. 6-6, pull it high.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
50, plant. 2 jet bombers, 2 jet bombers. Now.
To throw on third down, Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tom Brady needing a fourth quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Returning it is Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, now Brady. He completes it right side to White. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady now on first down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Now a carry for White, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So now it's fourth down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check nickel.
Let's go out. No, 66. Hey, exit. Hey, hold 66.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. That's complete to Meredith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This is White on the screen. 33 yards that time. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run it with White. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Let's go, defense.
Yes, yes.
Hey, who we got?
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they take a knee.